Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 16th, 2023 Jupiter entering into Taurus reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps this channel out immensely, especially since I had to take a break because of family health issues. This is just it's such a blessing, okay, for you guys to be able to help me out this way by liking, commenting, subscribing, being able to help this channel get back on the YouTube algorithm and help it grow. So thank you all so very much. It just means the world to me. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of as we go through this big energy shift of Jupiter entering into Taurus for the first time in 12 years. We're going from Jupiter in Aries to Jupiter in Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the death card reversed. So with us, Scorpio, this is us coming through. And so with us reversed, it can be that this time, this shift hits us more than we expect it to, especially if you're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, or if you have Sagittarius in your chart, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So you're going to be feeling that energy quite powerfully. And it's kind of like in the Chinese zodiac where they say, oh, when it's your year, the year of the, rabbit, let's say, which is this year. This year can be a more challenging year for people of the year of the rabbit, or last year, the year of the tiger, than it will be for others. So just knowing that here, we can find that, okay, this energy can be a little bit more intense, especially if I have, Jupiter prominently in my chart, or I have, Sagittarius energy really powerfully in my chart as well. There's just a sense of a change, or even Taurus energy. So there's just a sense of don't get in your own way, and of a lot of things that you have buried down deep within you, as Scorpios tend to do. They tend to come to the surface now, and it's going to be like, what, I didn't want to deal with this, I didn't ask to deal with this, what's going on here. So just be aware of that, because it can kind of take you by surprise. Okay, so let's look at the energy from spirit, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. And this is divinity. This is how we are connected and how we are guided by divinity, and how that divine power is leading us forward. We're going to have a really close connection with divinity, with our angels, with our spirit guides. This is a time to listen to our gut, to listen to the way divinity talks to us. Then it can be from gut reactions, or like hearing a little whisper in our mind and being like, oh, okay, maybe I should do that, or maybe I should do this, or I should double check this. Listen to those words that are going to come to you. That's also something you're going to have a bit of difficulty with, Scorpio, is that the wall between the waking world and the conscious and the subconscious world for you is always thin. It's going to be thinner now. I don't know why. And it might not be for all of you, because this is a general reading, but it's going to be thinner right now. So understanding that, and saying spirit's messages are going to come quite powerfully to me, and that can knock me off my game, is going to be an important thing. Or I have to learn how to handle this, or kind of deal with this. That's going to be important. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Okay, this makes sense. Angels and spirit guides. So what's really interesting here is that we're moving into Taurus energy. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my mic stand. I don't know if you can hear that or not. We're moving into the Taurus energy, right? Jupiter in Taurus. So we're moving out of combative Aries energy, which is kind of like a little bit more ready to fight. And we're moving into Taurus energy, which handles negativity more in a stubborn, dig your heels in, bull in the china shop type of way, where, Aries will just destroy everything. So it's a good shift that we're coming through, but we're also going into a more calm and stable energy with Taurus. It's that calm energy that's going to come over us. Now we're going to feel much more relaxed, more comfortable and confident in our own body. And we're going to find that it's the quality of things, not the quantity of things, that we're really going to be concerned about or really paying attention to during this time. Now, what's interesting here is that we have the Empress reversed. I see this very much as the Taurus energy of kind of like hearth and home being reversed on us. So, what this means to me is we're having a bit of difficulty connecting with our sacred feminine energy for whatever reason in our lives. There's a weight that we've been carrying that has been too much for us. And we're going to see it impacting us in a more quote unquote feminine way. And I don't know exactly if that means that. Okay. So what Spirit is saying here is that it can affect us rather emotionally. It's not going to affect us in the sense of like, well, now I have to go and do XYZ and conquer this and get this done. We're going to much more internalize things. Because I was wondering, I was like, I don't know what exactly affecting us in a feminine way means. And this can be that we can feel like, I don't want to take care of one more thing. I can't have one more thing on my plate that needs to be nurtured, that needs to be cared for, that needs to be paid attention to. All right. And we can really move into, I need to make sure that I'm bringing to my plate the nourishment that I need in order to move forward. So this is a time, Scorpio, where we're really told to pay attention to us. Now, Jupiter is the planet of abundance, right? The Empress is abundant. Wherever Jupiter is, okay, whether it be next to, oh goodness, sorry about that, whether it be next to a planet, whether it be next to, wherever it is in a zodiac, it enhances that planet, that sign. So the energy of Taurus is being enhanced. And what this means is that we're going to find things to be stabilizing, right? Things to be calmer, things to be more geared towards prosperity and long-term prosperity, practicality, sensuality, abundance. Jupiter is the planet of abundance, knowledge, and positive change. We're embracing a change with the 10 of Wands, where it's like all the weight that I carry, all the burdens, all the everything that I carry on my back, I'm letting go. And I'm really starting to focus not on how I can rule and connect with everybody else. Because this card here, Rhiannon, this isn't just a singer, right? The name comes from ancient Welsh, and the name is of the horse goddess. But in ancient Welsh tradition, Rhiannon, in ancient Welsh mythology, Rhiannon was the goddess of horses. But she was seen, I forget the king's name, and he would go out and he was told that he would find the most beautiful person to marry, right? The most beautiful maiden in all the world when he went out riding. And he saw her and he couldn't catch up with her. He sent somebody out to go catch up with her. He sent somebody out to go catch up with her each day, I think for 3 days. And then, or for 2 days. And then on the third day, he went after her. 3 is a magical number. And she said, I was waiting for you to come for me, to come and ride with me. And then they decided to get married, right? They had this big ceremony. Everything happened. She wound up marrying him and they had a child, but the child was stolen away. And instead of the nursemaid saying, oh my gosh, I don't know how this child was stolen away by this monster that came at this time of year every year, they said she, who was another, who was a fairy, she ate her baby. So Rhiannon was like, no, I didn't. But they smeared her with blood and the baby was taken away and actually raised in a neighboring kingdom by this king who would always have his prized foal. His prized mare would give birth and the prized foal would be taken away, would be stolen away. And so the king decided, I'm going to go and I'm going to, sit out and I'm going to, protect this foal. And he winds up finding a baby, right? The foal, the foal, I think he protects too. And he gets a baby too. So, and fostering in Celtic tradition is very important. But what we see here is that she sticks to her guns. She's like, I didn't do this. She's punished. She's made to carry people on her back, very reminiscent of a horse, telling them the horror of what she did, that she, killed her own child. And what happens is she winds up being vindicated. The child comes to the court because as he grows, and he grows very quickly because he has magic blood in him, that the father, he looks just like his father. And so here, Rihanna is vindicated because the son comes and says, I know you are my father. I know you are my mother. And I am taking my rightful place. And that's the energy that we've been dealing with. Okay. That's kind of a long story as to say the energy that we have been dealing with. The story of everything falling apart and not being able to undo what has been done. And so this energy here for us, when it's reversed, it's like I'm still trapped in somebody else's narrative for me. And that's what we're letting go of. We're letting go of other people's stories that have defined us for a really long time and that have wheedled their way into our minds, which is funny here because now we have the Hangman, which this is the enchantment of Dapheth, I think is how you say his name. I could be saying this wrong. But this is the man who winds up marrying Rihanna afterwards, after her husband passes away. And they're very happy. But he gets transported to another place. And now and she has to find him. And it's this thing between the fairy world and the waking world, right? Between the world that we're used to and the world that we're not used to. And that's going to be a place that we inhabit a lot right now, Scorpio, during this time with Jupiter entering into Taurus. It's going to bring out the world of kind of the fae, the subconscious world, and the world of the conscious. And that's going to be something that we go in and out of during this time. And we need to find our footing within it. Because what we're going to see is that we're not meant to walk traditional roads like other people. We're meant to, or what we think other people are doing, we're meant to kind of carve out a very unique and powerful path for ourselves that is greatly linked with our own intuition and our own inner voice. We're going to find this time very challenging to be a student, okay? Very challenging to be a student, especially of our craft, our career, what we've been looking towards and looking for. We also have difficulty with fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, energy that we are going to look at right now as being childish and petulant. Okay, know that those are going to be kind of the keywords during this time, childishness and petulance, where it's like, why don't you just listen? Why can't you just pay attention type of thing? And it's going to be because, again, we're supposed to be on a different path. We're getting a message. If we're having difficulty with a child or a childish energy, like somebody who's acting rather childish, and we're like, oh my gosh, why don't you just act like a big baby all the time? Or, what's going on here? We're going to be getting a message from spirit with that. And it's going to be like, look over here. You're trying to do something, and I'm aggravating you so that you look another way. Because we're moving out of a time of a poverty mindset. Taurus mindset is very abundant. Taurus would rather have one good quality thing than 18 million, not so good quality things, or like, okay things. So here with the Five of Pentacles, that's being cut out into the cold. That's being cut out of like the main group of things. And it's walking in the cold by ourselves or with somebody, but we also need to take care of them. We need to take care. And that's going to be an energy that it's not wrong to feel like I can't take care of one more thing. I can't do this. And I don't want to do this. We're honoring our story. We're honoring our path. There's a vindication that's coming. Okay. And there's a sense here of I'm walking away from what no longer suits me. And it's a mindset even of I'm not worthy. I can't have this. And we're going to see that abundance starts to come in because we're healing that energy. We're healing ourselves. And it moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is the Eight of Wands. We need to be mindful because, okay, yeah. So it's very interesting. Spirits just said 888. And 8 is a number of being very rigid within things. Okay? So be mindful about that. That's going to be linked to us. But 8 here, the 8 of Wands, is things moving very, very quickly. We need to be mindful about this. We need to be mindful and move in a slow, steady purpose. Okay, very much embracing that Taurus energy because we're going to want things to move or things are going to be moving very quickly around us and it can be overwhelming. Or we can look at things and be like, I don't know how I got here or I don't know why I'm here. So just be mindful of getting caught up in movement that we don't really understand. It brings us then to our subconscious divinity message, divine message, which is success. We're moving towards success, power, prosperity, abundance, success within ourselves. and within our own excuse me, and within our own story. Taurus energy, Jupiter energy, very success focused. And it brings us, especially on this earthly plane, in the here and the now. It's not like being successful in the ether or being successful spiritually. It's being successful on this earth right now in 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 our chosen path, field, the way that our soul is guiding us. Our subconscious message from spirit is the Knight of Wands, and our tarot message. We are having difficulty with underdeveloped fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whether that be in us or whether that be in others. This is brashness. This is cockiness. This is a sense of like, I'm going to rush forward and not really think of the consequences at all. This is kind of strutting, very peacock-esque energy. So just be mindful about this coming into our lives or us even embodying some of these behaviors. All right. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.